I would like to welcome our next speaker. It's Ignacio Riesco. He's a CEO at Interactive 4, and he's going to be speaking on how to build a Magento perfect dream team.
Okay.
Here you go.
Come in, come in. Hello, hello. Don't be late. Come on. You have a question. You have a question. Didn't even start. It's okay. Okay, we will wait to sit down. Don't worry. Go. Okay. First of all, I want to thank Atwix, Maria, and Slava for reminding me to speak today and trying to give you a little bit of piece of advice about how we build our team. I don't know if you know anything about our company. I think that something like 2 years ago, we were the top #1 contribution partner in Magento. We started more or less this. I think that we didn't start. I think that Magento Max started this initiative, and we were lucky enough, to be the first ones to have the award. And now Atwix is taking the lead so far. I mean, we cannot compete with you guys. It's an outstanding job, and I really want to congratulate you for that. It's an amazing journey. All good? Should I move a little bit to not? You just? Okay. All right. So what I'm going to talk to you today is a little bit of a tale, okay, about how we went through across, from a small company to a more or less around 60 people company that we are right now. And I'm trying to talk about our own experience with it. This is not like everything is perfect, okay? So we were learning from our own mistakes as well, okay? Because we work in an environment that is changing all the time. So we need to adapt ourselves every single year. Even if now the formula is okay, in 2 years or in 6 months or in 3 months it's going to change, and then you need to reinvent yourself again, okay? So what we did, we push apart all the things, and we just grab the things that last, and I hope I can help you, in trying to build the best development team that you can. Can you please be quiet there? Who is this guy with the glasses? So, this is my 7th company, so it's strange, because when I talk to El Trino, Sergey, or Alex, or Slava, those guys, they're kiddos. I'm 44 years old. So there are a lot of things that happen, since I'm born. So this is what we've done for the last 20 years being a company owner. That I think is not bad, okay? What is the most important thing for a dev company, in my opinion, okay? This is the clients, the big fish, big names. We have a very big name, so our company is very well evaluated because of that. I just think that, as Bruce Dickinson said, in the last Magento Live, a client is just someone that can walk away, so they don't last. They can decide to go with someone else. It's their nature. It's the repository, it's the thing that we produce, is the lines of code that we have in the GitHub, is the way we code. I think that it's always old. Once you do something for, I don't know, stock, the Magento engineering team comes with the Magento inventory system and everything's fucked up, so you need to rebuild it again. So all the money that you invest is nonsense, and then you need to follow another rule, so you need to reinvent yourself. So the code is something that is changing all the time. What about the team? I think that the team is the most important thing, because it's the really thing that lasts in the company, and is what is really giving value to your company. It's as I said, is the hardest part to find, to retain, and to make them grow, and understand the philosophy of the company. So how to build a Magento developer dream team, okay? All right, let's take a look to developer word. What happened with this word? How many of you are developers here? Raise the hand. Don't be shy. No, keep it up. All of you, okay. So what happened with the rest? Do you think you are not developers? Really? You really think you are not developers? So, what is a developer in a development company? I think that any person that really creates new product or features or services, it's a developer. I think that all of us, we have the chance in a development company to introduce something new in a project. So right now, how many of you are developers right now with this new definition? Come on, don't fuck with me, or let's all of you the hand. Come on. Okay, nice. Now you know I have something there, everybody clapping and so on, but it's okay, okay? This is a culture. In my country, you know, everybody's like, oh, developer. So I think that all of us are developers. It doesn't matter if you write code or not, okay? All of us, we have a mind. We can contribute, okay? I was doing contributing in hackathons before, and I was not writing a single line of code. But I have my own ideas. I relate myself with the merchants. I relate myself with different type of projects, and I think that I can add some value. It doesn't mean that I'm not a developer because I'm not writing the code. I think that just giving the idea or the approach or how should be, the behavior of the backend or something, I think that makes me, I really feel like a developer. So, we're developers, but we're a little bit of special spice of developers. Why? Because we are transactional developers. We're related with money. And this is something that is very hard to find, okay? But because we are related with money, with transactions, we enable business. And those developers, they know that. You know, that's why they're so expensive. So type of roles and jobs is something that you need to take care of as well, you know, when you build something inside an organization, okay? This is something that took me a lot of time to understand. Is that at the beginning, you are such a little bit like a small company and you do all the thinking and doing. All the thinking and doing. But it does not scale. It grows linear. As much as you can deliver is how much your company grows. It's like this. So it's like a freelance mentality, you know, but it's something that, you know, makes you put your company in a place very fast. Managing, when you put more people in the company, you need to begin, you know, you need to manage those people in order to deliver as more or less as the same quality as you. And you begin to introduce a concept about tolerance level, you know, that tolerance level is you know, how much you can expect of deviation about the other type of delivery, right? But you need to manage, you know, other people in order to grow in the company. So what about all things together? Do you think that everybody can do all those three things together, like thinking, managing, and doing at the same time? It's quite impossible. So when you reach a resource for your company, you really need to know and make them understand that they need to take two of them. So you can be one guy that is thinking and managing, or managing and doing, and a different type of percentage depending on the type of role you have. So in this case, when you grow the company, something like this. So in the thinking layer is more like a CEO, the CTO, that they need to take care of the company in a strategy level. And then the doing level is more, you know, aimed for people like people who code. Okay, I don't like to talk about developers itself. I really want to talk about people that code. So the perfect for me is just choosing one. But how many of us, we have one role, one person? Big companies, right? So to reach that level, you need a lot of money, okay? So you have a QA, so a manager of the QA, and a developer, a teach developer, a lead developer, an architect developer, DevOps. I mean, we are just something like 15 people and we just beginning to count, right? So at the beginning, it's just more efficient to choose two, and then beginning to grow. So, good luck, and see you soon at the bar. Okay, let's talk about luck. Some tips about trying to decrease the luck effect and have a more chance to achieve your goals in terms of finding good people for your team. Okay, this is very important to me, and this is something that I realized that people are not the same. So place people in the right place. Not all people are meant to do the same job, and not all people must have the same career path. There is people that doesn't like to relate with people at all, so don't put them to manage anyone. It's like this, right? So there's people that really love coding, that they really enjoy, staying, being developer for the rest. So we made this mistake. The best developer, okay, you are now going to be the manager of the rest. Fucked up, almost died the company. And this guy, this guy was really happy doing what he was doing for something like 5 years. You know what happened? He quit. So the best developer that we had, we put him to manage, and he quit, and was a disaster, completely disaster. Make them grow. Who is a manager, top level manager in its company? CEOs, raise the hands. Don't be shy. Come on, CEOs of top level. You. Career path, what does it mean? How many levels within developers you have? You have written down in a paper about which is the beginning of the development and then the top level of development inside the company, which is the type of roles that they have internally. How much is the expected salary depending on the income, depending on the level of that? This is something that should be written. Why? Because maybe developers or tech leader in my company is very nice type of job, but when another company is offering them something like just a new job with more money, I can compare, that the offer is not just money, it's more things around, and we will talk about money later. So career path in a company is a must. You need to show your people inside your company what is next, and if they do nice and they're loyal, they need to grow to the next level. Make them grow or not. Remember, if people doesn't like to grow, so just they stay in the same place and it's okay, right? Develop it. It's okay. Don't worry. Make your team share. I've been through many companies that there are people inside the company that they think that they're the most important people, that the things that they do are the best, but they don't share how they do it. They don't share the procedures, they don't share the code, they don't say anything. They're just, people that is indispensable in the company. And this is something that makes company break in the future, because you are going to build the same thing 3 times, 4 times, and you need to maintain them within the rest of your clients. So sharing culture within the company is a must. Make your team travel, exchange, engage, share, be open. But not only in your company. I think that going to events like this, you guys, you have the same different environments, but you have exactly the same problems and issues day by day. And exchanging those issues and things that happen within your companies with others, you can find another way of, just another perspective of what is happening. And this is really good. This is value for you. There is some places around the world making Magento events that the developers are not allowed to go. There is no developers on the event. I was organizing one of them. Remember Slava? No developers, no development companies. They're just the sales guys from the rest of the agencies. Why? Do you think we're gonna just, kidnap them or something like that, or what? No. Make them relate with someone else. And also it's important, that if you share Make them take credit of what they do. Let them be proud of what they're doing. And I think that the initiative from engineering team is making this even exponential, right? Because I'm making mentioning in the release notes about who is making this contribution to the core. It's something that is outstanding. Celebrate. How many times you deliver a project? You were investing a lot of time, effort, frictions with the client, and at the end, you deliver and you don't celebrate. You don't even, nothing. Come on. You must celebrate. Something needs to happen in the company when you deliver a project. It's really important. Even if you have no time to do it, you need to do it. So this is very, very important. Work hard, party harder. Okay. It's a copyright. Okay, so if you tweet it, you need to pay too. Respect. This is something more to the aim to the management level. Okay, I think that we need to gain respect of the people that we work with us, not to us, with us. By applying a concept that is very easy, that is empathy. If you want to talk to them, you need to know, you need to learn about what they're doing. You need to learn. You cannot talk about, I don't know, multi-stock inventory or PWA if you don't have a clue about what it's all about and how hard is coding this or implementing this for a client or not. I think that you need to learn every day. You also need to apply good habits by being the first one doing that. Okay? If you have an office and you want everybody to be at 10 a.m. in a daily meeting, you don't appear at 11, with, I don't know. I think that you need to be the first one to follow the rules. And it's important, that also if there is some struggles in the company, you stay with the people. It's very important. People that at the end, it's going to feel you there. It's going to feel that, that the problem is just not one single man army thing, is that you have the backup of the rest. I think it's something that is very easy to do. I think at the end, it's not a question about someone staying in the office till 11. If you have more people just going out and they have nothing to do, just asking, hey, can I just do something to you in order that I can make your job or your task easier? I think it's important. And honesty. You share your goals as a manager. What you want to achieve in this year. If it's money, your KPI, but why don't you tell them? And I want to make 5 million this year. How am I going to do it? You need to share with them. Because maybe if you share those goals with them, they're going to give you some feedback. Because maybe your thoughts, are completely out of the blue, right? So maybe someone is going to give you feedback. But also let people know when they do good. It's important, and when they do bad as well. It's very important to tell people that, hey, man, you're doing very badly here. I mean, you are not sharing, you are coming late to work. You are, every time I'm trying to talk to you, you are very angry with me. You are, putting some bad energy in the comment. Talk to them. And I think that this is very important to do it, in my opinion, in the very early stages when you see something happening, okay? Don't let them be, hundreds of times yellow, and then the red card is coming. Once you see a yellow, talk to them. Salary. This is very important, right? I'm really tired of being, I'm watching, many companies hiring people at super high top level of, salaries. No matter which is the level, no matter what is the role, they need people, they hire whatever the money is, at any cost, right? Because maybe you belong to a bigger company, and then you need to rise to certain point of a number of developers in order to deliver whatever you want to do. So this is something that is even out of your hands. But all is not about the fucking money. There is more things that you can put into place. I think that balance money expectations with the right place to be, to learn, to grow, to be supported by, to create and be proud. I think it's this concept of belonging to something that is bigger. I think that is much more important than the money. Because you can have I don't know exactly which are the salaries here. Let's put a number, you know, like 100,000 a year. I don't know, whatever. You can earn a lot of money, but if you have no friends, if you have nothing, no one to share, if you have a problem and no one is gonna, you know, cover your back, if you're gonna be the one that is all the time in the front line, it's much more important, this money, and then, you know, coming back home like, I don't know, 11, 12, you know, so stressed, not having any weekend free, or not having no friends to have a beer or to share your problems. So it's not all about the fucking money. It's much more. And the last tip, because all of us, we try to find happiness, but happiness has different meaning between different people, different roles, different circumstances. And success is not the same as happiness, okay? For every individual is quite different. So you need to listen to people about what's the meaning of happiness to them. There's people that like tonight, you know, at the night, you know, there's the small socks for the kids. It's okay, it's happiness for them. Cinema, I don't know, droids, video gaming. And we need to, you know, make everything compatible with what you want to do in life that makes you happy. And make it compatible. So that's it. Everybody clapping.
Thank you, Ignacio, for the great time in here. We still have a lot of time for questions. Oh, I believe, wow, we have full audience in here. Who would like to be first with his question?
Thanks for bringing some great South European energy to Ukraine. It's always a pleasure to see this energy flowing. Nacho, a couple of questions. One is, since you mentioned you've done a lot of different businesses in your life, not just Magento, not just running e-commerce agency. Can you tell that the challenges you met are exactly the same, or is it different working in IT with developers? Is there any difference with other business? That's first question. And the second one is,
I'm not going to remember the second.
Okay, I will repeat to you later then.
Exactly.
Okay.
One thing at a time.
Okay.
Okay. There is a common pattern in every single business, okay, that I really suffer. Okay, the beginning is that you are you and your partner. I think it's very important to begin a business with someone, you know, not just you alone, because you can share with them, you know, in the good and in the bad. And sometimes you are, you know, in good energy, and your partner is in a low energy, and you balance. But it can happen the other way around. But also, you know, you fucked up, you can, you know, go with your friend, you know, and your partner, and then going for a beer, and then, yeah, let's do it again. And when you win, you know, to celebrate with them. But the pattern that I want to explain to you is that, in my experience, is that at the beginning, your partner, you push so much. No weekends, no aiming for a salary, just aiming for doing great. And the company grows to a place that is completely linear, as I said before, linear. Once you realize that you need middle management and that you can rely on people to do part of the jobs, part of the roles that you have been doing in the beginning, then the company begins to grow. And can jump from a certain point, like from 10 to 30 people. Now we are exactly in the same point, that we need to reach another type of middle management that it's even more professional, that because, you know, the business and the clients are climbing for new type of resources that we hadn't in the company before. So we need to manage those new type of roles. That's the new level of middle management that, you know, it's again managing middle management. And this second jump is something that I'm still stuck to. I really want to make this jump right now, and I'm trying to do my best in order to put the company not from 50 to 150, that I think is the next level of the company. So finding the right people, I think people, again, as I said in my presentation, is the most important thing. Trying to find those, you know, roles and special individuals within your organization that can take care about, part of your responsibility, make this responsibility their own responsibility and make it grow at their own way with the tolerance level, because you can reach the goal with different ways of doing that. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, thank you. And another question is, what kind of advice would you have given Ignacio that is 5 years back? If you could have a time machine, come back and tell something to yourself, what will it be?
Okay, there is one guy that I met something like 4 years ago in Dominican Republic that said to me the 3 rules of life. Let me say this. It's don't lie, don't judge, and don't please. The please, to please someone else, The please is, if you don't want to go there, right? But the common thing is going there. Why you should please someone else if you don't want to do it? Okay, you can say no in a very nice way. So sometimes I was doing things not to, aiming my goals or reaching my I think the next steps within the companies. I was doing sometimes things to please people inside the company. I was writing down, small things in the presentation about not pleasing people, okay? So pleasing is, you can tell someone else not to do something because you think it's not the best thing to do in a right way, but not avoid to tell someone else that the way he is behaving, the way that he is performing in the company is not the right one. So don't please people, to keep at certain moments, a good atmosphere, because things at the end are going to explode. So honestly first, and then go and say, okay, this is something that is not going to work. I think it's not going to work. Let's discuss it. Not trying to avoid things like pleasing people. So I would say that now I'm less pleasing guy than before. That's it.
Thank
I have
you.
more presentation. Have you seen PWA in the this is a development company conference, right? Have you seen PWA? Yes? How many times? Who say 3 times? Raise your hands. 3 times? Really? No? 2? You won. There's 2. Okay.
Ignacio, what is the attrition rate of developers in your company? Not just developers, employees. And what is the most common reason for people leaving your company? They, I guess, quit from time to time. Thank you.
Nice question. Okay, I mean, there is always, a churn rate in the company. There is company coming in, so there's people coming to the company, people that leave the company. This is just life, okay? I am, right now, I'm really happy to say that there is all the people that was in the company, I can have a coffee with them and I have a beer, and the relationship is still, there. There is also people that have been fired in the past, because they were not performing well, and this is something that is the worst part of the business. Sitting down with someone that is having a kid, or kids, or wife, and a house and economy, and telling them that right now I cannot trust you anymore, and I need you to leave the company. This is very hard. But there is people that leave as well. Reasons. I think that there's a certain point of unbalanced situation between people that work for you or work with you and the company itself, that it's really unbalanced. And recovering this trust is really difficult. And I think it's the time to make a move forward, and people do it. Okay, people look forward their interests as well. Money is one of the reasons, but it's not the top number one reason. It's more about losing the confidence about that you can add value to the company. And this is what happened. I have to say that we have a very good people in the company that when they lose, these key people lose their credibility, these certain roles, they lose this I don't know how to say, but this type of people, you know, they relate with others that are key people in the company. They lose the credibility amongst these people. This friction begin to appear, okay? Because sometimes you develop and you push and someone tests and the ticket come back again and back again and back again. And this developer, you know, is all around someone else. You know, need to help them, teaching them. So they're not taking care about things in a real way. So this is when things begin to crash, you know. And this is the main reason of it. People, and then they begin to look to other companies to do the same, right? That is not doing their job. So they are the ones, you know, that are putting themselves away, not even though us, you know, like fighting them. But this is happening many times. I don't know if I answered your question. Yes, more or less? Okay.
Okay, any other questions?
No more.
Since no more, may I have a question for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy.
Being a manager as well of a task unit, I would like to see your point on, you were saying about a lot of merits and being great with your team, but how do you deal with the personality factor when you're trying to put someone in and he might be a best professional ever, but he does deal a negative effect on the task unit or other people around him? Thank you.
And then there are things that you cannot change in people. This is something that you need to realize as well, that there is people that it is like it is, and you cannot change them. You can try to put them in a place that you know can add more value than in another place, but this is something that happens many times. And there is also, you know, different type of personalities that they cannot work together. So as a managers, we know that this guy cannot work with this one, but this one with this one is working perfectly. I don't know why, but it's happening like this, even if they are, you know, at the same level. And then, I mean, this is something that happens, you know. It's also in personal relationship with, you know, with your couple. And there's times that you don't want to relate with. It's like this. But I think it's a question of many circumstances. And I think that we need to, energy is something that you need someone in the company, at least more than one people, that can feel this type of energy and advise you and trying to avoid these situations. But also, as I said in the presentation, if something happens like this, it's good to sit down the people, you know, in a room, alone, isolated, and trying to clarify what happened, trying to keep as much the education in the room, because sometimes it's very difficult to keep education, but it's good, you know, showing some aggressivity at the beginning, and at the end, you know, this is just job, it's just a work. I mean, there's nothing happen. I mean, it's just like it is. I mean, we are not here to harm you or to kill you or to doing something bad to you. We just need to, you know, accomplish our task. And so in then that at the end, you know, it's, you're gonna go to your home and everything is gonna be all right.
Thank you. Yep, I believe we're good. Thank you once more for a great speech and presentation here. That was really